What's going on? Name's Dust, man. Big Final Fantasy VII fan. Been seeing a lot of stuff on the Yuffie DLC and stuff like that, so I figured I'd make a video on it. I'm gonna start trying to make videos on 7 Remake and stuff like that going forward, because I have like thoughts and stuff that I just want to get out there, because I just keep them in my head and I want them out and bounce them off some people. So if you guys have anything to talk about or whatever, throw them down below in the comments. But this video is mostly about the Yuffie stuff, because I've been kind of watching the trailer and stuff a lot. And then with the play event that just happened, they kind of showed a little bit more stuff, but I just want to talk about it and just kind of maybe give my thoughts on where it's going to go. So I kind of put on some notes here. So in the first part of the trailer, like it's going to go like, I guess, how it starts to maybe how it ends, because you can kind of tell by where the trailer is. You can kind of see that. But Yuffie arrives at Midgar, and she's like looking through a scope at what could be possibly the center pillar. If I'm not mistaken, I believe way below the center pillar in Midgar is where the huge materia is being created, I guess, by Scarlet. And I think that's what she's there after. She's after the huge materia. So that's what she's peeping it out, pretty much. Then after that, she ends up going to an Avalanche outpost, meets up with Sonon, and they finally get acquainted and stuff like that. And then they end up making their way to Sector 7, I believe, near where Tifa's at and stuff, like where her bar's at. And they see Barret and Tifa, and they're just like, "Hey, we should go talk to them." And their I guess client or whatever, it's like, no, they're the ones bombing the things. They're being chased after by Shinra. You don't want to be seen with them right now. You guys are undercover. Then they see what could be like a man that's like working for Avalanche, being interrogated by some Shinra troops. He distracts him. He runs off. Shinra troops chase after him. Then Yuffie and Sonon pursue the Shinra troops, and they do like, then they show like some gameplay and some stuff like that. Then they finally, I guess, end up defeating the Shinra troops and making it to where the guy's at, and a giant metal centipede falls from the sky. Not from the sky, but from wherever they are. They fight that, which is kind of cool, because it's like you got a scorpion, and then what was the other one? Like a crab, the crab, and now a centipede. So they like their metal animals, metal insects. But after you defeat that, the man talks about how, well, you don't really see what he talks about. He gives like unknown intel. He like says something. Then he looks up at the plate and is like, whatever they're planning, you're better off out of it. Which I guess he might know something about Shinra trying to take the plate down, which would be interesting. Which makes me think about them possibly going and being there for when the plate falls, but that's later. Then it cuts to them riding through one of the trains and through a checkpoint. And Yuffie says something about she's not Sonon's sister, which is interesting. I don't really know what that even means, but I assume we'll know more on that. And then after the train checkpoint, it cuts them in Deepground, being confronted by some Deepground soldiers. And it looks like it could be an ambush, or they were maybe detected entering Deepground in some way. Either way, that's really interesting and has some pretty big implications. I'm super excited to see how Deepground goes. But yeah, that's all we have seen so far, I believe. So my questions, I guess, would be that, do you think that they rescue Jessie and Biggs like during the plate collapse, given that the man tells them that their contact is like, whatever they are planning, they're better off out of it? I think that's the plate collapse, and it would be interesting, because at the very end of the game, you see Biggs is alive, and you see Jessie's headband and glove on the desk beside of Biggs, and I'm assuming Jessie's alive as well. Plus, in a recent interview, that little play thing that just happened this past weekend, they had mentioned something about Jessie, and Nomura was like pretty cheeky about the whole idea of her being alive. Said he couldn't say anything, so I think she's alive. What that means, I don't know. Will we see her at Gold Saucer? I don't know. Then, what my theory is that I think Sonon dies trying to rescue them, and he gets taken out by the plate collapse, which would be pretty interesting. And I think that's maybe why Yuffie is the way she is when we meet her outside of, or like she's like pretty closed off and just a thief, you know. She wasn't able to get a huge materia from Scarlet, so she's like, she sees us, takes our materia just to get something to go back to Wutai, not empty-handed. So she steals our stuff. I think that's why she's like pretty closed off and stuff when we first meet her, is because she just lost Sonon and some shit just happened, you know. So possibly that. And then yeah, I think I wonder if she's gonna be there for the, like, if we meet her before we get the calm, and then she'll be there during the calm, like flashback, and then we'll go to sleep. And while we're sleeping, that's when she steals our materia and stuff like that. And then she heads on her way back to Wutai, but we end up catching up with her at Junon. And then she's on a boat with us. She gets seasick and all that stuff. We get our materia back, or she ends up selling it or something. Who knows? But that's just, I kind of think that she'll sell our stuff either before or during the calm stuff, and we'll meet up with her around Junon again. And she'll be a permanent party member. And hopefully we'll get to know some more about like what had happened to Sonon. Seeing as he's not in the OG, but he's in this one. So I really think he dies, but it's just a matter of how. Does Deepground kidnap him? Does he get killed by the plate collapse? Does someone in Deepground kill him? Azul or Weiss, you know? Or does Hojo capture him? I don't know. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I just wanted to, whatever, throw this out there. If you guys have anything you want to throw in there, questions, something that I've maybe messed up on or found something off me, throw it down below in the comments. If you guys don't care, like and subscribe. I'll be doing more of these. I'm gonna try to get more into videos and stuff, just so I can get the stuff out of my head and have somebody to talk to. Because I just don't know, none of my friends like this stuff, and it's just me, really. So, yeah. But right now I'm on Twitch most nights at 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm playing through Final Fantasy IV for the first time ever right now. So we'll be on that. And I think after that I'm going to start playing 12. And hopefully I can get my hands on a PS5 so I can play Integrate when it comes out. But yeah, that's me. Name's Dustman. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope to see you guys again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.